As you could see at the far end, the controller for the original layout, how far it is from the Granite Gorge, northern section. So what I'm planning to do is just move this control center all the way over to this area, and then rewire it all to have it much better location. I got my plywood ready. I'm going to be cutting it about 24 by 26 right up into that line. Might have to adjust it a little. I have my 2x3 stud. Going to be using that for the legs. Got the bus wire. I'm going to be using 14 gauge copper wire. For the feeders are going to be 18 gauge solid wire on that. So we got some wire holders underneath, and the Atlas shade connectors connected to the controllers. I'm also going to be putting an amp meter and a voltmeter there too, to finally get to see the voltage and the amps when I run the trains. So first thing I got to do is cut the plywood and line up everything, show you my progress. I ended up going with the shorter piece of plywood, cut it around the original layout, indicated where all the equipment goes. I even put a piece across the front. I used brackets to hold it to the table, L brackets to keep the stud legs in place. Making progress. The first thing I did was got my lighting all straightened out and my turnout switches. Need to hook up the traffic lights that are right there. Also, the blinking sign right there. The wires to the blinking light and the traffic light are finally connected. Took a long time. All the wiring underneath. Buildings, lights, street lights on. Even the traffic light are on. I even added another LED right there. Now I have the tracks to do. Feeder wire bonanza coming soon. It's feeder wire time. I bent the feeder wire, so it's up against the rail. Now I'm going to be soldering it. Put a little flux there. I'm just waiting for the iron to get nice and hot. Carefully rest it up against it, and hopefully it gets nice and hot without burning the track. Looks like I got it. So I'm going to just give it a little tug, and it is connected. I'm going to keep going and get the other one on this track, hook the other side up, and test it and show you when it's working. So once your feeder wires all in place, you just have to connect it to the bus wires. The red to the red, green in this case is the common wire I'm using with the green. Then I just have to keep going all the way down the line. I think I figured out the wiring because the voltmeter is working as I increase the voltage. Overload is not triggering. It goes back down as I decrease the voltage. To wire up voltmeter and the ammeter. So I got the positive, which I'm using is yellow. It'll come out into the ammeter, one side. On the other side, it comes out of that ammeter and it goes into the voltmeter. And on the same side, it'll come out and it goes directly, in my case, to the on-off switches or to the tracks. The negative side, which I'm using is green, goes into the voltmeter and then out to the common wire of the tracks. When testing the train on the track, I noticed when using the reverse switch on the terminal, the voltmeter was in negative when the train was in reverse. Did some research and needed to get a reverse switch and hook it up after the meters. Train is on the test track. I am testing out a reverse switch. I got the controller in the forward position. The switch is in the upper positions facing this way. The train should go that way. Now I'm going to test it in the opposite direction. It's in the reverse position. Now the train should go this way. This is in the forward position. Rerouted the wires from the meters to the tracks to include the reverse switch. Out of the ammeter into the voltmeter, out of the voltmeter into the reverse switch. The negative wire comes out of the voltmeter and goes into the reverse switch of the negative side. And it comes out of the reverse switch out to the tracks. The other black wire goes over to the common wire right about right here. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye for now.